We have our packages. Look at them go.
Hey guys, it's Jarrett
And Angela.
from the B-Hive Homestead. We have an exciting day for you guys because
It's moving day! It's moving day!
it's the first day of spring is what I was going to say. But yes, as you see behind us, it is bee moving day, as we're going to call it. So we got some packages and we are getting ready to install them. I don't know if you guys can hear the slight buzz or see the girls.
Listen.
See the girls flying around us and behind us. So we're going to show you guys how to install a bee package. How there's different ways that you can do it, different packages out there. But what we're going to do today is show you the equipment that's needed for it and how you go about doing it for any new beekeepers out there.
The B-Hive way.
Yeah, this is our way. This is the B-Hive Homestead way.
So first and foremost, make sure you have your bee gloves. Jarrett likes to use the nitrile gloves. I like to use the traditional beekeeper gloves.
Then, obviously, you need your hive tools. There's different kinds. You obviously have the J-hook, as I like to call it, the J-hook hive tool, and then you got the flat iron hive tool with different ones. This is the J to pick up the frames, and this is just the one to help with the propolis. Then, you need your sugar water. Just regular 1-to-1 sugar water that you want to get these new packages off to help encourage them to build comb and to get it. And if you have someone that's luckily or a mentor out there, you can get some frames that have some extra comb on it so it can give the bees more of a head start. You always got to remember, you want to feed them for at least the first couple of weeks, if not the first month or so, before the nectar flow comes in to help encourage them to build their comb so that you're ready to, I guess, give them all the advantage when it comes time for the flow to come in. They have space to put their nectar and the pollen.
In this bottle here, we just have some sugar water. Kind of give the bee package a little spray.
Yeah, so when we're installing the packages, we're going to show you what you do with the sugar water spray to help with the bee package.
And then here.
Last but not least, can't forget the smoker. Yes. She's still heating up with it. We still got some stuff going. Got to put into it. So you need your smoker just so you can help the bees go down into the box so you don't crush that many when you put the lid on. So now, let's jump on over and let's see how we going about doing this.
All right. So for those of you, it's your very first time installing a bee package, you have your deep here, and he's the bee expert in the family, so he's going to tell me if I'm saying something wrong. But I wanted to help show you guys today as well, to show you that, if you're a beginner, you can do it. I'm pretty novice to beekeeping, so he'll be here to correct me. But we have your deep box here. This is basically the base of your beehive. After your deep, later you could probably move on to a super. Okay, and that super is where you're going to collect your honey. But right now we're just trying to get them established. We're not worried about honey at the moment. And make sure you have 10 frames for each of your boxes. This one, as he mentioned earlier, these are one of the ones that are already kind of built up. We took them from an old frame, from an old box, sorry. And this kind of gives our bees a new advantage, a better advantage of being prepared. If you do not have any frames that are already built up, that's okay. It's not an issue.
All right. So here we have our, it's called the bee bus. This is what we got for the bees. It comes with a package. This is a 3-pound pack, and I'm going to show you the first step. That's what you want to do. Okay, so here's our queen. She's in there with a couple of her ladies, and we have cork pieces on both ends. You do not want to remove this one to let the queen out too early so that she can get familiarized with the hive. So what you want to do is, using your finger or your hive tool, you want to pull off the piece of cork until you see that you can see your fondant in here. And what you're going to do, I didn't bring one out with me, but you're going to want to take something. I'm going to try with this stick and we'll see how it goes. But without hurting the queen, you don't want to stab it too hard, too fast. You want to come in here and you want to poke right through the fondant I've done too much. No, I didn't. Okay. You want to poke through the fondant. And what that's going to do, it creates a hole right there. And then it creates a hole in the top here. And what they're going to do is when the bees realize that there's a hole right here, they're going to start working their way and start eating the queen out of the box. They're going to eat the fondant and sugar out so that she can escape. So once you get that with the queen, what you want to do, or what I like to do, is I like to take the queen and you like to stick her in the middle of your frames. I like to stick it facing down so that when she gets out, she's able to go right into the hive. So what you want to do is you want to take it, there we go, so they can get through. You're going to have to leave a frame out. Actually, what you're going to do is you want to make sure that the queen can be placed in there. I like putting her on the side because the bees will be able to see and get her out. So you put her just like this so that she's facing. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take and leave 9 frames in there. You can come back and remove it after a couple days once the queen, because they're not going to build over this fast. So now, since you got your queen in place, and you got her set up, what you want to do is you want to be able to take and open your package. What I like to do, sugar water please. What I like to do to just kind of help it, because they're in the cone shape, I like to spray both sides with the sugar water. Just spray them a couple times so they'll start eating it. And then what I like to do is I like to give them just a gentle shake. Get them down into the bottom of the box, and it can reveal the can. So the next one I'm gonna come over here and do is I'm gonna pop these open. It's just real simple, just 2 clips that you got. Or like me, you got fat fingers. This is where the hive tool comes in handy. You're just gonna wanna break the box open enough so you can get the cage popped up. Once your cage is popped up, all you're gonna do is you're gonna open it up.
Our smoker's down.
You're gonna turn it up. Just gonna give them a light shake. So as you can see, immediately the bees are starting to work down, and they're immediately fanning. They sense their queen. They're immediately trying to cool down the hive, and they're fanning it because they know the queen's here. And they're immediately already starting to go to work with this queen. Some of them are starting to settle down. We got a little bit more here in the box. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the lid off, take the cover that we put back on there. We take it off, and I'm gonna remove the sugar water can to expose the rest of the bees. We can give it another shake down, and then just another light pour. As you can see, there's still bees in there. You don't have to get them out 100%, because what you're gonna do is you're just gonna set this up right beside the hive, just like so, and the bees will come out on their own. Once they know that they got their queen, by the time it gets darker, they will walk into the hive just from the front. And then here, again, I'm just gonna leave the frame out. It's not gonna bother them because there's bee space. You wanna come back within 3 days. On that 3rd day, it's enough time to make sure that the queen has let out, and you should start seeing hopefully either some eggs or some new comb, or if you have existing comb, you should see that on there as well. Now what I'm gonna have to do, my smoker died out, so I gotta relight our smoker, and I'll show you how we put them back, or get them into the box to be able to get the lid on. All right, so now I got our smoker relit, and as you can see, they're just kind of hanging out on the top. Nothing bad with it. What I'm gonna do is just a light couple puffs of smoke, and as you can see, they're going down inside the frames. All right, so now what you have here is you have your inner cover. What you want to do is just carefully, I like to place it on there at an angle without crushing bees, and just kind of rotate it over so that the bees will just slowly move or go down. That way you're not crushing them, and you're just making room for them to be able to move down. I like to put the sugar water close to the hole so they have easy access to it. So I'm using an old frame piece. I just want to take it and make sure that your sugar water is not dripping. There's a couple holes on top. Come in, place it like that. Come in with our can as well. And you just want to take it, place it like that, as the bees will find it. Okay, once you get your sugar water set, you're going to take an extra box, whether it can be deep, shallow, medium, whichever, and you want to just cover the top of your hive. So that you make sure your feeder box is covered. On goes the lid, and the hive package is installed. On to the next one. I don't know if you guys just saw that. I accidentally took out the wrong cork. If you happen to do that by chance, all you have to do is grab it, put your finger over the hole, grab the cork that you dropped, push it right back in. And now it's back in. So I'm going to take out the right piece of cork. As you can see, we just showed you guys how to install the package, and we finished up. So now what we're going to try to do is get into them weekly, kind of show you guys the good and the bad and what it takes to raise the bees. We're going to at least put out one video weekly to be able to show you guys kind of the hives and to check them out and things like that. So if you guys have any questions regarding the way we installed them or how to install them or want specific details on how to go about doing it, you can just shoot us an email or shoot us a message in the comments. We'll respond back to it and give you guys any tips and help you out as much as possible. But it's kind of a surreal feeling again. I mean, I've had bees all winter, but when you hear that buzz, and even it's like when you bring something new, it's kind of like the arrival of a new family member. So getting a new hive, it gives me a lot of joy, and I love it. I think beekeeping is something that means a lot to me and to us, and I think it's just going to do us even better going forward.
Yeah. It's kind of like a tradition now. It's like every spring I'm thinking of bee packages. I would like to get to a point of every spring we're thinking of how many splits can we get. But we'll get there. It's just years of practice. We've had trials and errors. We've had ups and we've had downs. We've lost some favorite hives.
Some moving, some pests. Yeah. We got our new house, so.
Yeah, so it's just a learning experience, and when you commit to being a beekeeper, it's just you gotta have a no-quit attitude. So each year does get better and better. So we're excited to journey this season with you guys, and hopefully we get to bring them all through the winter, and next spring we get to do some splits. We'll see.
Maybe even before then, depending on how the weather goes. We shall see. We already got, I think it's around 73, 74 degrees today.
And it's mid-March.
Yep.
In the mountains, so it's not bad.
Yeah. So, yeah. I guess we'll just show you guys the girls. And for now, thanks for stopping by and checking it out. And again, wish you guys the best of luck in this bee season going forward. So from the B-Hive Homestead, peace.